Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Bryce, talking to you about you and your business. You know, I've talked about this before. I think it's a cool concept. Glad to be able to cover it again here on the program. There's this new company. It's called Main Street America, and delighted to have Doug Mason on the program to tell us more about it. We've talked about it before. I'm sure we'll be talking about it again. Doug, welcome to the program. Tell us a little bit about yourself and Main Street America. What do you do for Main Street America?
Well, I am the event manager for Main Street America, and Main Street America is in Spring, just off of Highway 45 south of the Woodlands, and we are essentially the nation's only year-round showcase of parade of showcase homes. So it's a fully interactive home expo, if you will. Every home is fully interactive, fully functional, and fully furnished.
Okay.
And so
go ahead.
So basically what we do here is we, instead of just giving you a nice look through homes, everything that you see is for sale. So you can come in. It's definitely your one-stop shop for everything home. So we are a custom home builder. We have a furniture store. We have the architectural firm here on property, Criterion Mortgage, Fidelity Title for financial services. We even have our very own restaurant, full-service restaurant, and our very own cooking school on property.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. Tell me about the idea behind it.
So the idea behind it was, this is basically the brainchild of CEO and owner Mike Feigen. And this was a concept he came up with about 12 years ago. And the whole idea is Design Tech Homes has been in operation for about 18 years. And he had about 3 little models that he had on the frontage road here off of 45. And he would always hear people commenting on how great the houses looked, or where they could get their paint colors, or where they got the tiles, or where they could get a sofa like that was shown in the home. And so he came up with the idea that if people are really asking these questions all the time, why couldn't he create your essential one-stop shop where people could actually purchase that sofa or find the products to purchase that paint or get the information on the tiles or the roofing. And that kind of evolved, and about 10 years down the road, here you have it, Main Street America is alive and well.
Yeah, that's an interesting idea, and you know, you're making money off of every churn. It sounds like you sell furniture, you have strategic relationships with furniture, you're selling, you know, even the paint, the whole 9 yards. But again, there's also a demand there. People want this information. They want to be able to do this kind of intensive, visually attractive comparative shopping.
Absolutely, and you use intensive, but the really cool concept here is we don't use the high-pressure sales methods that a lot of big box stores do. So whenever you come casually walk through our homes, it is a self-paced and self-guided tour. So what we do is we give you a 7-inch Android device. It's called TED. And instead of having a whole bunch of people that hassle you and kind of bombard you with questions, can I help you find something? As you're looking through these homes, you see something you like, you scan that item with an RFID tag with your device. It gives you all of the information. You can then opt to select that to put it into your wish list. We actually email all of the stuff that you want put in your wish list directly to a link in your email address. Mm-hmm. So it's very casual, very informative educational experience.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. Typically, how long do people stay when they come out there for a visit?
Well, it's a lot more than people think, for sure. It's 12 homes. We're situated on 14 acres, and we're seeing that people spend about 2.5, 3 hours for their first visit.
Say that again, 2.5 to 3 hours?
2.5 to 3 hours. You can easily make this a day trip.
Wow, that's interesting.
Absolutely.
And you actually have memberships, which I find very intriguing. People do want to come back over and over again. Explain that phenomenon.
Absolutely. So not only do you get the membership benefit of coming to the park again and again, but we do offer additional benefits. Like I mentioned, we do have the cooking school and the restaurant, so we do offer 10% discounts on the cooking school sessions and food and beverage in the restaurant and the cafe. We then offer up to 40% off on furniture and accessories throughout the park. And then again, that gives you unlimited access into the park for up to for that year. The cool thing is we do have a lot of things that go on throughout the year in the park. We do have a couple signature events. Every Saturday from now until August, we are running a season of seminars. So if you wanted information on redoing mirrors, you needed some motivational advice. If you wanted to see what Kentmore Cabinets has going on, we have all of that stuff online, and it just keeps people coming back for more information and more information.
So obviously the houses are there long term, but I would assume there's a lot of changes inside the houses. Is that Is that true? I mean, how frequently are you making those changes?
Well, as Ed mentioned, a lot of the furniture and accessories are being bought right there on the spot. So as guests are purchasing those items, we're replacing those. So a lot of the furniture and accessories have changed over within the past year. And then going forward, they'll actually be updating the paint colors and the tiles in the homes as those become available also.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Interesting. And what would you say is the typical type of person who utilizes something like this, who checks something like this out? Is it pretty broad?
Well, and that's the great thing about Main Street America is we have homes priced here from the 150s all the way up well over $1 million. So this is the price point here is for every single person. So we cater to everyone. If you were ever here on property, you could see the different architectural styles. So it's not just one style of home that we have on display here. We have 12 unique different homes built on property. So this actually reaches out to a broad spectrum of home builders and home buyers.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. I appreciate you telling us more about it. Enjoyed the segment and want to encourage people to learn more. And people can go just for the day. You don't have to have a membership to go. There are costs for tickets on a daily basis, but they're real reasonable. And for 3 hours to spend there, sounds like a great value. People might want to check that out. MainStreetAmerica.com. That's MainStreetAmerica.com. I'm amazed you were able to get that domain name, to be honest with you. Doug Mason, thanks for being with us.
Hey, thank you, Kevin. I appreciate it.
You bet. When we come back tomorrow, we're going to have much more for you. I want to remind you, the show continues 24/7 at priceofbusiness.com, and the best content here shows up over there at usdailyreview.com. I'm Kevin Price, and you've been listening to The Price of Business. Today's show brought to you in part by richclub.org and Donald Wick PR.